views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Welcome to my cooking show, It's Supper Time, presented by Street Chef. That's the name of my food truck or food bus. You've been following me. I converted a school bus into a food bus, so that's what I do. Also, I have a cooking show on public access television. I want to thank Norm Compton for allowing me to have my show when I talk about cooking or maybe health tips or maybe Get Fit. I want to thank Get Fit for throwing in, having me be able to give you guys a fitness tip on a weekly basis. So with that being said, yes, I moved my company and my food bus down to Indianapolis. That doesn't mean I can't do a show in Fort Wayne on a weekly basis. I want to self-promote activities, what's going around in our great state of Indiana, being in Fort Wayne or Indianapolis or Timbuktu, or the banks of the Wabash. So when we come back, I want to talk to more about why I'm here at Epiphany Lutheran Church, and we'll introduce you Pastor Richard Hartman, who's the pastor of Epiphany Lutheran. So when you come back in 2 minutes, or maybe a 1 minute break, we'll see, and you'll see why it's very important to come here for their fish fry. So when you come back,
here's a great trick that's amazes everybody, yet it's easy to do. Anybody can do it. But deck of cards, I'm going to let you take one card out and look at it. You can show it to the camera if you want. And then I want you to, I'll turn my back, and I want you to write your name on the face of that card real big. Print your name, write your name, whatever. So you'll know that card again. Then turn it down. Okay. And I'll place it back in the deck. Now, even if I mix the cards, it'd be easy for me to find your card. I just look through for the one you wrote your name on. But I actually do this by touch. I can feel the face of each card and tell which card you touched. I'll show you a trick with that box in a minute, but first we'll do this. Now, to find your card, I'll even do it behind my back where I can't possibly peek or anything. No, that isn't it. No, that's not it. I'll get it. No. Oh, wait a minute. I think that might be it. See if that isn't it. No? That's why I have this box here in case of emergency. Take the lid off. You can keep that for a souvenir.
Hi, I'm Pastor Richard Hartman. Welcome to Epiphany Lutheran Church. And we are glad to have you here with us here this afternoon. And here's where the address is. We're at 6606 Maple Crest Road, up on the northeast side of Fort Wayne, just south of the 469 bypass. We have services on Sunday mornings at 8 and 10:15, and also Monday evenings at 7 p.m. We're a congregation that really loves to be out into the city of Fort Wayne. I've been the pastor here for nearly 19 years, as well as being the lead chaplain with the Fort Wayne Police Department for the last 6.5. The one thing that's really cool about this congregation is that it's a traditional congregation from the standpoint of being Lutheran, but we're very motivated in going out and beyond the four walls of this congregation. We sit there and have things like quiltings, and where we put together nearly 200 quilts this past year for Lutheran World Relief. We did 185 backpacks for back to school. We had 190 health kits that literally are being shipped all over the world through Lutheran World Relief. And what an awesome gift that is to be able to hand out those events and packages for people that are in real need. The other part of it from this congregation is that we also are taking care of the people here in Fort Wayne as well, with things like helping other agencies like Associated Churches, Come to Go Ministries, as well as in New Haven, where they hand out coats, gloves, scarves, food, whether that's perishable items or things that they can heat up right there and to have a meal right there. So this congregation, besides just being a worshiping community, really is trying to venture out and to truly live that message of where Jesus says that we are to love one another and that we are to take care of the poor as well as one another there. And so that's a really cool thing about Epiphany Lutheran Church. Now for myself, as I said, I've been here for nearly 19 years. I can't imagine that I've been here that long until I start looking at my own family. I've been blessed, my wife and I, with 3 kids. And when I started here, our 2 youngest, which is a set of twins, were 18 months old. Now they're over 20 years old. And so to see them grow up in one congregation is just an awesome experience. And it also helps within the congregation too, because they get to see this family that has been able to go from having 18-month-olds to now where they're sitting there and in college as a sophomore and are really flowering and blossoming out there. As I said earlier, we're a congregation that's a very traditional style of worship styles, but we also do a lot of different things. Like we have a number of different liturgies or styles of worship services that literally go through the gamut of where things are, from with acoustic guitars to electric guitars, pianos to organs. On Christmas Eve, we had a brass choir. We also have as well as violins and other stringed instruments. So it's a variety of different styles of music as well as different styles of worship. The other cool thing about 2019 is that 2019 marks the 50th anniversary of Epiphany Lutheran Church here at 6606 Maple Crest Road. When this congregation started 50 years ago, I know it's going to be hard for people to imagine, but Maple Crest Road was a 2-lane gravel road. And when you think about it, now with it being a 5-lane, in essence, highway out here where people are going 45 to 50 mile an hour, it was a gravel road out into the country. This congregation started its history with worshiping actually at St. Joe Elementary School at the corner of St. Joe Road, or St. Joe Center Road, and Maple Crest Road. The cool part of it is that, so they worshiped there. Then when they built the building here, the history goes something like this. So they started worshiping here. Then, now known as Brookside, it was Brookside Mennonite Church, came to Epiphany and said, we would like to start a mission congregation. So the Epiphany worshiped in the mornings on Sunday mornings. Brookside actually worshiped here in the evenings for the first 5 years of existence of Epiphany Lutheran Church. So this building actually served 2 congregations when it first started. That's a really cool history there along the way. So with it being 50 years, it's also cool that I'm the 4th pastor. That's all there has been here in those 50 years. So between myself and my immediate predecessor, which was here for 18 years, that's 37 years between the 2 of us for the 50 total years there. So that's kind of a neat little mathematical history there, but also a cool thing that really helps out within the framework of the history of the congregation. So what does 50 years look like with regards to what's happening here at Epiphany Lutheran Church? Well, each month during worship, the first Sunday of the month, we're going to have kind of a vignette of kind of what the history was like over those 50 years. And so we're going to kind of do some pulpit dramas of what's happening there over those 50 years and where those things actually took place and the people that were here when those took place. The other things that we're doing is that in July, we're going to have an old-fashioned picnic where we're going to have some old-fashioned games like 3-legged races as well as hot dog roast and things to that. And so there'll be an opportunity for us to celebrate with our community and our neighborhoods of both Hillsborough and Jonathan Oaks and Tannenbark, as well as anyone else here in the northeast part of the city. Everyone will be invited. So kind of look at our the sign out in front there, because it'll have posted of when that summertime activity in July will be, when we will gather everyone together there. Then in August, we'll be having a car show here. That's where we can invite people to have those classic cars and fun things. That we'll have games as well there. We'll also do the hot dog thing again. And so bring your car, bring your family. Just come and enjoy an afternoon of fun with fellowship and opportunities there for us. So let me give you a phone number that you can call for us. That's 260-485-512. That's the church number here at Epiphany Lutheran Church. The address again is 6606 Maple Crest Road, and that's 46815. And then also our website, which is www.epiphany, that's spelled EPIPHANYFW.com. And you can look on that website there. We'll also have a history of a calendar of events, of things that are happening there on that website, as well as an opportunity if you want to just email me there too, because my email address is located on that page too, and we would love to hear from you.
702, hi. And we're coming up on Jackson's Crossing this time. Roger, lead over.
Today, just 1 in every 100 Americans serves in our armed forces. They train, they deploy, they fight, they come home. And when they do, the Mission Continues offers them a challenge. To continue to serve, to continue to inspire, through community service fellowships and funding that lets veterans put their experience, leadership, and talents to work here at home. Across America, the Mission Continues veterans are making a difference in their communities and in their own lives. Now they can find the same sense of purpose that they experienced in uniform, and their dedication and effort can lead to new careers, new opportunities, further education, and a successful transition home. To learn more about the Mission Continues and be a part of the challenge, visit missioncontinues.org.
Welcome back to my cooking show. It's Supper Time, presented by callinachef.com, powered by Public Access Television and Livestream.com.
Welcome back. I'm Pastor Richard Hartman of Epiphany Lutheran Church, and we're located once again at 6606 Maple Crest Road on the northeast side of Fort Wayne. And we would love to have you come and worship with us, or just stop by just to talk if you would like to do that. I'd also like to thank a couple of people here. One is I'd like to thank Norm Compton of Access to Fort Wayne. And you can see us there on those two channels that they have, which is on Frontier at channel 27, and then on Comcast at channel 57. And so we'd love to have you watch us, as well as come to just talk with us here at Epiphany Lutheran Church. And the phone number once again is 260-485-5122. And the website again is www.epiphanyfw.com. And then my address is on there as well. And if you'll look at the bottom of the screen periodically throughout this program, you'll see those printed at the bottom there as well. And we would love to have conversation with you. So please feel free to email me and or call us here at the church. And we would love to have you talk. Now, in the early segment, we talked about some of the fundraisers or things that were going to be happening with Epiphany Lutheran Church, especially this coming year being the 50th anniversary. But one of the fun things that we've done, and we started this last year. Last year was our first annual, and this is going to be our second, which is a fish fry that we have, which is the Friday following Ash Wednesday. Now, this year it happens to be in March, but if you just look at those calendars, that moves because of the way the cycle of the atmosphere and things, and I won't get into all the technical jargon that comes with how that's determined and things to that effect. But on the Friday following Ash Wednesday, we will be having a fish fry from 5 until 8 o'clock on that Friday following Ash Wednesday. And it's a great time because it really kind of gives us an opportunity to kind of get back out, because spring is starting to happen, and hopefully it won't be, frozen tundra that we sometimes get here in Fort Wayne area. But the other part of it is that it gives us an opportunity to really to help raise some funds. And that fish fry, where we have a number of people that come in and help us, like Ed Ribel, a street chef, comes in to help us with regards to making sure that we keep all the health codes there with us, as well as our own folks. And we put together this fish fry so that way we can raise some funds. And so oftentimes I'm asked, what do those funds go to? Well, last year we raised it 100% that went for our youth that was going on a mission trip that every 3 years the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America puts together for their youth. They gather them from all over the country, and last year they were in Houston, Texas. In 3 years, it'll actually be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So they're kind of going from the extremes of the south as well as heading all the way up to the north. But the other part of it is that we wanted to make sure that our kids would be able to go. So what we're doing is this year, that fish fry, half of the proceeds are actually going to be going to help fund that future event that will be happening in 2021. But the other half will actually be going to mission work that we're doing here in Fort Wayne to help with things like our quilting programs, to help with our military packages, as well as helping to feed some of the poor that are here in Fort Wayne. And so I would really urge you to be able to come out on that first Friday following Ash Wednesday, because when we come out for that, you're not only going to get a great meal, but you're going to get a chance to meet some of the neighbors around here and also to meet members in the congregation. But you're also going to have an opportunity to help support a very worthwhile cause of helping the youth, which will be in attendance there, as well as some of the mission works that we do here. So, as I said earlier, we really are one of these congregations that really believes in going out beyond the four walls of Epiphany Lutheran Church. Earlier, I talked about being a chaplain with the Fort Wayne Police Department. They support that here in this congregation. They also support with regards to helping with some of the nursing homes where we go and we'll do Christmas caroling, but we also help lead worship in those sets there. We also support a number of other mission congregational supported events that really kind of branch out beyond just these four walls that we call Epiphany Lutheran Church. And that's the gift that I think is really the neat part of Epiphany. Also, with that 50th anniversary, let me kind of give you kind of an idea of where the Epiphany came from. The Epiphany star is actually the star that actually shone over where Jesus was at in the manger and actually guided the three magi to where Jesus was at. That star is called the Epiphany star. The congregation itself started on the very first Sunday in the season of Epiphany, and so they decided to actually name it Epiphany so that it would be the light that shines out into the community there with that. So that's kind of where the history of where that name came from. Some of the other names that were given were things like Fortress Lutheran, because it was being a fort with Fort Wayne. But the other parts that were also happening were Rock of Jesus Lutheran Church, because we're really built on a rock up here. And that's also the reason why we're farther away from the street than what most congregations are. We've got almost 3/4 of a mile of a driveway out there, but it also is kind of a unique opportunity too for us. The setting itself of Epiphany Lutheran Church is really kind of cool from the standpoint of when you come to be in this facility, you don't hear the hustle and bustle of happenings that are out there on Maple Crest Road, because we're 3/4 of a mile away from that hustle and bustle of the cars going back and forth. So even in the spring and the fall, when we open up the building itself and just kind of let that fresh air in, we still feel like we're just kind of an oasis by ourselves out here. But we also really strongly go out into that community there with that. So that's the reason why it's really important for you to join us on that first Friday following Ash Wednesday for our annual fish fry. This will be the second annual, so I can almost guarantee that the fish is going to be even better than what it was last time around. And that way, then we also know more of what we're doing. Now, with that said, let me tell you some of the things that are happening with regards to that fish fry. We also use a really unique, we have some batter that we use and some meal that we use that also fries up the fish really well, gives it a nice crispy coating on there. But we also do things that are homemade. Like the coleslaw that we'll be having will be homemade, that'll made from right here in the congregation itself. And then we'll also have a number of desserts that are going to be made that the members in the congregation are going to be doing too. So, you know, I jokingly say I didn't get this size just overnight. It's from eating all of those things there. So if you really want to join us, that would be a great time to come and see us. And that's that first Friday following Ash Wednesday, starting at 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock, and we would love to see you.
Welcome back to my page, Street Chef. Actually, it's my cooking shows on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and actually on public access. So this little tip I'm going to show and demonstrate here is this Pan Saver pan liner from. It's a very good, versatile product. When chefs are out on the fly, this is to eliminate hard scrubbing at the end of the night when you have a burger, or if you're doing soups. And then you switch this out, easy, just throw it away. So this is a Pan Saver pan liner. It's a great product, doesn't turn your product into mush or change the complexity of your product. So more tips, follow my page on Street Chef, on YouTube is Calling a Chef. So next time, peace.
Welcome back. I'm again Pastor Richard Hartman of Epiphany Lutheran Church, and this program is great from the standpoint that we've been able to talk with you about the mission of Epiphany Lutheran Church, the history of Epiphany Lutheran Church, and some of the fundraisers that we're doing, especially coming up this spring. And so really I want to just once again thank Access to Fort Wayne and Norm Compton there of that program, as well as Eugene that's actually in the editing room there for us there, along with Street Chef Ed Reibel, because without them we wouldn't be able to have access to this program and also to have an opportunity to talk to you. Once again, those channels are with Frontier, that would be channel 27, and Comcast, that's channel 57, and that's Access to Fort Wayne channel 2 there for us. And we're really thankful that we have had this opportunity to just come and talk with you this afternoon or this morning or whenever we're showing this video, because it's actually an opportunity just to talk about what's happening here in Fort Wayne. Now, when we were talking about the fundraiser, one of the things that I said is that we had found a breading that actually helped us, and that's really with Mises Breading here. And the reason why we're doing that is so that way then it kind of kicks it up a notch there with them. They're out of West Bend, Wisconsin, which is a suburb of Milwaukee there. And the cool thing about it is that most of the time when you think of fish fries and things to that effect, you have the fish that's dredged in just regular flour. Well, the cool thing about this flour is that it's got some seasonings into it, and I'm telling you, it makes all the difference when we're actually frying that fish out there, because it just really causes it to really make a nice crisp coating on the outside of it there. So that's Mises Breading there, and I'm telling you, we did some really cool things by watching it and having this product there with us there for us. So with that said, once again, that fish fry is the Friday following Ash Wednesday, and it will be here at the church, which is at 6606 Maple Crest Road. And the cool part of it is it's from 5 till 8 p.m. on that Friday there, and we would love to have you come and to be there. I also really, once again, want to give a shout out to Ed Reibel, which is with Street Chef, because not only has Ed helped us with regards to how to set this program up with regards to our fish fry, but he also was kind of the catalyst to really kind of help us to make sure that we met all the health codes with regards to how the heat with regards to the oils that we fried it in, how to actually handle it with the gloves and things, as well as how to serve it there, so that way we did a really great job. And that way then it helps you to get a great product too for that fish fry, because we all know that we love to eat the fish part there, and we can always do that part. But to actually have that great food there along the way, and we would just really like to thank Ed with regards to that. So, thank you for joining us here at Epiphany Lutheran Church. And once again, I'm Pastor Richard Hartman. Call us at 260-485-5122. And the address, once again, is 6606 Maple Crest Road. Our website is www.epiphanyfw.com. And my email address is pastor@epiphanyfw.com. So it's nice and simple, so that way then you can contact us. We would love to have you contact us. So give us a call, write us, and we'll get back with you. Thank you very much.